A lot of people want to be mysterious, but that's not something you simply become. The public decides who's mysterious and who isn't. Zendaya probably doesn't even see herself as mysterious, yet that's one of the first words people use to describe her. And Michael Olise, for all we know, he could be the most nonchalant person ever, yet somehow he's been crowned Mr. Nonchalant by football fans across the internet. That's because being mysterious isn't really about who you are, but how people perceive you. And after observing celebrities, athletes, artists, public figures, and even regular people for years, I've noticed that the people who get labeled mysterious usually follow a very similar pattern. The first thing people get wrong is thinking that being mysterious means hiding from the world. False. You have to expose yourself first. You have to put yourself out there. Because if nobody knows who you are, you're not mysterious, you're just unknown. See, Zendaya, before she became this private celebrity that people are constantly trying to figure out, she was online and exposed herself. She had those funny car videos, her Disney era, the swag era. At some point, she even had YouTube content. She was putting herself out there and allowing people to become familiar with her. People knew who she was and eventually had a reason to care. So much that she's sometimes perceived as the public's princess today. And that's a step a lot of people skip. They want the mysterious aura without first giving the world a reason to pay attention to them. There's one factor that plays a huge role in being perceived as mysterious. It's none other than pretty privilege. Society's unspoken rule. Unfortunately, this concept does hold a lot of weight in your perception, because if the majority of people perceive you as attractive, you have a much higher chance of being called mysterious, reserved, intriguing, or even exclusive. However, somebody displaying the exact same behavior but is seen as less attractive might get called weird, cringe, or socially awkward. Fortunately, beauty is subjective and everybody can improve themselves and become the best version of themselves. But pretending looks don't influence perception will be a big lie. So yes, attractiveness absolutely plays a role here, but I don't think it's the biggest factor. Because if it was, every attractive celebrity would be perceived the same way as Zendaya. And that's clearly not the case. What separates people like Zendaya and Olise from many others is that they let their work speak more than their words. People remember how you make them feel, more than what you say. Your actions matter, your performances matter, your results matter. Zendaya has understood this. Though she has mentioned multiple times that she's naturally shy. Whether that's introversion or something else is honestly a conversation for another day, because I'm still trying to understand that whole introversion-extroversion topic myself and the depth of its existence. But what matters is that she already isn't somebody who seems interested in constantly talking about herself, which makes this easier for her. Because words can be miscommunicated and be taken out of context. And sure, actions can be misunderstood too, but nobody can deny a great performance. When you watch Zendaya in Spider-Man or Euphoria and she expresses emotions so well that you're completely drawn in, you're impressed. You're left wanting more. And that's not because she sat down and explained herself for 3 hours, no. She showed you something. The exact same thing happens with Michael Olise. When he's dribbling past defenders, creating chances, scoring goals, and making things look effortless, people become fascinated. They think, I want to be just like him. And he isn't constantly talking. Instead, he's showing people what he's capable of. I've noticed that the less people talk and the more they simply show what they've got, the more intrigued others become. People start wondering, who are they? What do they stand for? What do they like? What do they dislike? What are they actually thinking? Zendaya and Olise both kind of follow the same pattern. They arrive, deliver, and leave. And I genuinely think that's one of the reasons people are so hooked on them. This is also why you constantly hear them being described as mysterious or nonchalant. Personally, I don't actually think they are. I think they're just private and do their jobs. But because we live in a world where so many people feel the need to constantly show everything, explain everything, and document everything, especially after reaching heightened popularity or success, people like Zendaya or Olise suddenly feel rare. And rarity is where things get really interesting. Because after you've built enough visibility and enough people know who you are, withdrawing can become incredibly powerful. Human beings have always had this tendency to appreciate things more when they become scarce. We see this pattern over and over again. Frank Ocean's music is probably more demanded than ever, and we still have fans waiting for him to drop an album. Rihanna's older music constantly resurfaces and trends across social media now that she's withdrawn. Beyoncé can make a rare appearance and instantly dominate headlines. Michael Jackson's music continues finding new audiences and younger generations years after his death, still being crowned the king of pop. And it's not just musicians. There are painters, philosophers, sculptors, activists, and countless historical figures whose work become even more valued after they were gone. If you think about it, it doesn't even seem that paradoxical. People naturally value what feels rare, what feels difficult to access, and what is limited. So when people talk about mystery, I don't think they're really talking about mystery at all. I think they're responding to visibility, value, and scarcity. First, people notice you, then you give them something worth remembering, then you stop giving everybody unlimited access to you, and boom, suddenly your presence feels valuable. People want more, and there comes the phrase, wow, this person is so mysterious, or nonchalant, or exclusive. So the thing to take away from this video is to not focus on becoming mysterious. Focus on becoming valuable. Put yourself out there, develop your skills, let your work speak louder than your words. Then stop feeling obligated to constantly explain yourself to everybody. Because the people we call mysterious usually aren't trying to be mysterious at all. They're simply focused on their craft or passion. And in a world where everybody is speaking, the people who consistently deliver and quietly leave often end up being the most interesting people in the room. Thank you for watching this video. If you want more topics like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.